Hi, I'm Patrick. Basically, making this video for those who are planning to start preparing for CAT from the month of June. June is not late. Okay, a lot of people come back and say, "Oh, is it too late to start for CAT?" No, there are people even who start from August and prepare for the exam and crack the examination, do well in the exam. So June is definitely not late. But yes, you will have to give time. So that's how we are looking at what is required as such in order to plan and prepare for the exam. So let's look at a broad time period. So you have 5 months to prepare for the CAT exam. So I would break the 5 months into two parts. One is 2 months where you complete your syllabus, the entire syllabus as far as CAT is concerned, and 3 months where you do the second part of the preparation, which is mocks, revision, and improvement. Right. I would focus this specific video on the syllabus completion in terms of how you need to plan or what you need to do. We'll have separate videos for quant, DILR, and the verbal sections, which we'll follow with this video. But yeah, this specific video is with general broad level planning in terms of your preparation. As I said, 2 months for syllabus completion and 3 months for mocks, revision, improve. So let's look at CAT section. So you have three broad sections of CAT. One is the quant section, 34 questions, DILR 32 sections, 42 questions, and verbal. So DILR is basically two parts: data interpretation, logical reasoning. So these totals up to 100 questions. This was a pattern in CAT 19. CAT 20 it got reduced because of COVID. So it will, continue with regards to this particular pattern is what we believe, right? And these are the CAT section as such. So how do you go about preparing? I would recommend that you start with writing a mock. So the idea of writing a mock is you know how the pattern of the paper is. Okay. You can also identify your weak and strong area because when you want to prepare, it helps to know what type of question comes, how the paper is, etc. It also helps you know where you stand with regards to your paper. It helps you to plan. So idea is when you know what is the weak area and strong area, you can plan because you have to spend more time on a weak area because most of the top colleges have sectional cutoffs. Also, there are time limits of 1 hour each in the exam. So, in which case, it makes sense to focus on your weak area and improve on that. That is the idea behind it. So, what is the preparation time expected from you on a daily basis? So, I would say minimum 3 hours to maximum 7 hours a day, depending on your time available. So, if you're at home doing, nothing, so 7 hours a day is what is expected. If you're working, then at least 3 hours a day is what is expected of you. That is if you start from June. Tentative breakup of those hours is around 1.5 to 4 hours of quant. The only reason why quant is given more time out here is because the syllabus is vast. Okay, the syllabus. But understand that if you feel your quant is really strong, give less time for quant and more for other areas. As I said, the rule applies that you always give more time for your weak areas and less time to your strong area as far as CAT is concerned. Now, DLR, half an hour to 1 hour is what is expected, at least when you're completing the syllabus. Reading is what you need to do for preparing for verbal. So, I expect you to read, focus on CAT for 1 hour, and puzzles half an hour, and calculation 15 minutes. So, this is what broadly will constitute your time, your daily time schedule as far as preparation is concerned. So try to follow this. So normally people don't focus too much on puzzles and calculation, but I feel they're important. Even reading is very, very important. All these three aspects are important as far as preparation is concerned. So apart from the books, ensure that you focus on reading puzzles, calculations. You would have noticed that I've not mentioned verbal specifically out here. I'll talk about it more detail when we talk about a verbal preparation. So plan. The important thing is planning. It's important to plan. A lot of people don't plan, which is not really good. It's important to plan for the examination. So first plan you will make is when will you complete your syllabus. So I give you a tentative idea of 2 months, but you can make a plan based on your time availability and when you feel you can complete the syllabus. Try to complete the syllabus as fast as possible because the second round of preparation is more important than the first. So only once you finish the syllabus can you go to second round of preparation. So that means try to complete syllabus as fast as possible. Once you know when you're going to complete the syllabus, try to make a weekly plan. So only for this week, don't make for every week. For next week, you can make in the next week. For this week, make a weekly plan in terms of what are the topics that you're going to cover, okay, and how much you're going to complete this particular week. And based on the weekly plan, then you can make a daily plan, okay, how much you need to come tomorrow. I mean, only make for tomorrow. So based on your weekly plan, make a daily plan and keep a day possibly as a buffer during the week so you can complete maybe something you have not been able to complete during the week, you can complete during the buffer day, or maybe you can go ahead of the syllabus than what you had planned, whichever way you are comfortable. Right? Broad. So how do you make a plan? Just giving an example. So say 2 months I want to complete a syllabus, which is around 9 weeks. So I say I have max 23 topics, I have DLR 14 topics. In the notes which I have, let me say 23 topics max, DLR 14 topics. Now these topics may vary based on the notes of whatever you refer to. So in that case, on a weekly basis, because I have 9 weeks and 23 topics, I may have to cover 2 or 3 topics per week for max. So if the topics are long, like time per distance, I may be able to cover only 2 topics a week. But if topics are shorter, maybe like averages or percentages, I may be able to cover 3 topics a week. Same with DLR, maybe 1 or 2 topics per week for DLR. So this is how I plan. So based on this, I'll make a daily plan. So each topic in max I have to cover in 2 or 3 days. That means if I want to make a plan for tomorrow, I'm going to cover averages. I will plan to cover half my averages tomorrow and half maybe one day later. So in 2 days, I'll try to complete a paper. Okay. DLR again 3 to 4 days is what I expect per topic. Now, how in detail regarding maths, I will cover that maybe in the separate video after this. But yes, try to make a plan, and making a plan is important. And making a daily plan also becomes very important. There are days when you'll follow the plan, there are days where you don't follow a plan. But making a plan at least helps you to know where you stand with regards to the overall scheme of things, as to where are you with regards to your preparation. Right? I hope this is clear with regards to plan. So we will have videos on mathematics, on DILR, and on verbal separately with regards to preparation plan. Do look at those videos so that you get an overall picture of planning. Hope that helps. Thank you.